Very good afternoon. Hello, welcome on May Day. I sincerely thanks each and everyone for joining today's new beginning of Indian Academy of Optometry and Vision Science. Today, we are privileged to introduce this academy in presence of our chief guest, optometrist Ajit Bharadwaj sir. We have Professor Monica Chaudhary and you all. It's my honor to get into this phase of Indian optometry education where we are trying to look at beyond college or school teaching, where we wish to collaborate, guide, and help you all young optometrists who are stepping into the career of optometry and vision science. It's also my privilege to have you here, the young people. There are many seniors who are there who are going to guide us, but this process of getting into new academy is to bring more and more young optometrists into the fold of innovation, research, and taking the lead into the field of optometry, in fact, global optometry. So without wasting much of my time and your time on this Sunday afternoon, I would like to invite Professor Monica Chaudhary ma'am to introduce our chief guest and also take the proceeding. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Ollie, and congratulations to the whole team who has been working for this launch of this day. And I think the work did not start a few years back or few months back when we all decided to have an academy of this. It has been for years that the thought process has been going on. Thanks to the virtual world now, we can connect easy and all this reality can happen. And we all know why that thought process has been coming. For decades of education that I had been involved in and in clinical practice, heading up many of the organizations and universities, I realized one thing: the biggest challenge for any education platform was the faculty. We did have faculties with us, but not every university could bring in the best of the people. And because the post-graduation and PhDs are hardly available, the university setup did not have much options to pick up the best academicians. There are many senior people in the profession who have vast knowledge of experience, but they need to come and teach us. The industry needs to come and teach us. So the biggest gap we found in our profession was the education. And one way any profession can rise up is by education, education, and education. We are at the verge of legislation, and for all legislation purpose, the standards of education have to be perfect. So our aim was get hold of the people across the country, take support of each other's contribution, whatever best knowledge and information one has, let's circulate it around for the benefit of all. So the concept was there, and now it's a reality. I congratulate the whole team, and especially the ones, and there have been many who have worked at the back end, like going to the courts, getting papers, registration, and everything. Another message I would like to say is we are a few here who have joined to be part of this inaugural, but we have to spread the message far and wide. Every optometrist in this country has to join and become a part of this. Funds, finances are part of any organization to be run. We all need to work towards it. We all find it very easy to say, nobody has done, kisi ne kya kiya, kya kar rahi hai organization, what is the things, people don't work, leaders cannot work unless the finance support comes. So there has to be an understanding. And when we talk to somebody, we really need to bring in donations, funds, and our own contributions. It'll be small amount of contribution, but that is the only way when organizations can run and surprise. I know there is a big objective and mission behind this organization, and it is a group effort, a cooperative effort. So once again, it's not few of us who are here. I think every person, every optometrist in this country, it should be an historical moment for us, because we are here not looking at any political positions. We are looking at academics, setting up things, bringing in standards. And of course, if we have to fight out on the basis of the competencies are based on any education platform. So in future, even when the bills and regulations have been done, we all will have a big role to play in that, because standards of education will come through this academy. Once again, wonderful opportunity for all. And I think each one of us has to do the advocacy to bring in maximum number of people under this platform, so that we can have the best outcome and our missions are achieved. So for the launch, I would like to invite Mr. Ajit Bhardwaj. Why did we decide he's in Florida? We could manage. I know it's a midnight time for him, but somehow we could wake him up to say the launch has to happen through him. It's simply because the concept and the idea came through him. It was he who was driving us to do this. It was he who's been trying to tell us, guys, you all need to come together and do it. I know he's a wonderful tennis player and his mind is diverted. We are proud of him as bringing in many laurels. He's the director, CEO of Optique and Chains, and my senior in the AIMS. So the concept and the thought which he's trying to bring in is simply because he's gone through the whole, I think he was the first batch in AIMS as an optometrist, and he's seen global perspective. He's been chairing the World Council of Optometry Asia Pacific region. He's represented us, our profession politically, and he understands what is coming in. He has a passion that every optometrist should grow in the country. And that is why it is our pride moment that he could accept to be with us today and give his words of wisdom on what he still thinks should be done. So welcome again on behalf of the whole team, Mr. Ajit Bhardwaj, and we are really grateful for you joining in. Thank you so much.
Hi. I don't know whether it is morning or evening. I just lost track of time. So I will say good day to all of you. And thank you, Monica, for inviting me to this session. I understand that there's a lot of work has gone in from a lot of young optometry educators. And I could see the progress, what was happening in last 1.5 to 2 years. I felt there was a strong need in the country for educators to join, and understanding the large number of optometry schools coming up, lots and lots of people joining for optometry education, optometry curriculum being one of the preferred choice among young students. I can see that so many students are joining different schools in different states, but the standard of optometry varies from one state to other, from one school to other. And understanding that now we have this optometry law coming in, where every optometry student has to pass an exit program or exit exam, there's a great responsibility on the optometry educators that standard of education in the whole country has to be uniform. And keeping in mind that there's so many, optometrists are just on tips. Educators in different specialty are just, you can count on fingers. So we have to share the pool of educators to all the schools, to all the students, among all universities. And this initiative taken by Monica and optometry educators like Siddharth and others, or Siddharth, Oli, and I would like not be able to name that so many optometrists who have worked to create this academy, will go in a long way in improving the optometry education, optometry research, optometrist coming up in a profession to be able to do diverse field of optometry and do good to public at large. What I personally feel is this, that we all, having specialized in or practiced in private practices, have also to contribute, because understanding that our profession, the demand of optometrists is going to grow in time, and most of us will be in private practices. Most of the optometry demand will be in public, and optometry has to be in a way that they can meet the need of the public by being an entrepreneur. And entrepreneurship is something that will be taught by people who are entrepreneur themselves. So we have, and private practice has also responsibility to contribute our experience, and we will all be glad to coming and joining this academy to share our experiences in life. How did we establish our practices? What are the career options we had? How and which way we could change with time to create different specialties within our optometry practices to compete in a challenging environment where online competitions have grown so much, where online companies are selling things so cheap, and optometry has to sustain itself by creating themselves a niche, by creating an atmosphere whereby public and people trust them for different reasons to come to their clinics. And understanding that education, there is a huge gap between what we are learning and what we are practicing. The practicing environment is changing very fast. People's expectations to the healthcare profession has changed a lot. And optometry, what we learned in school or what we learn in education even today, we hardly practice. So there has to be a great cohesion between industry, whereby industry explains what exactly is required from optometry, and to the educators, to the universities, they put up exactly, they are in close understanding with the outside world when optometry passes out what he has to practice, and with what is what is expected out of him. But this gap has never been solved or never been looked at. And I would see that this partnership of educators, private practitioners, industry coming in and joining in with this academy, sharing their experiences, sharing their input, because finances is also a very important aspect of any organizations and industry when it gives its share of their kind of input or their kind of finances into it. That's the only way the education can grow, because ultimate beneficiary is going to be industry. So I would personally feel that when we minimize this gap of, when we create this pool of people, academy which we have created today or which we are inaugurating today, will go a long way in upgrading the standard of education in optometry. I can see that there could be a political side of it, but political side organizations, there are many organizations working on political aspect, but there is no organization, there is no recognized effort. I understand the ASCO is doing its bit, and I want them to continue their bit, but there has to be a, an effort to unite all the optometry students under one banner, whereby those universities, those students who wants to upgrade themselves with this effort, they can enhance their skills, enhance their career options enhance what exactly they are looking for in life by joining this academy. And I congratulate all the office bearers. I congratulate Siddharth. I congratulate all of you who have worked so much. I have just been watching what the progress has been going so far, and I can wish you all the best for this inaugural session. I understand there was a slide which was being prepared, but unfortunately, I've been involved in my tennis championship in Florida, which I'm playing here, and I will not be able to continue or not be able to go with the slide flow. But all the best to you. And
I think we can pause here and we can have the slide opened up at one of the other end. Maybe Ollie can do. And
yeah,
if you could speak on that, it'll be good. We can
okay.
run.
Just Oli, if you can just point if you can open the slide, please. I'll just see what exactly you want me to.
Siddharth was ready with the slide. So Siddharth, go ahead. Thanks.
Yeah, sir. I think the final day has been arrived after 2 years, and yeah, here is the launch, sir.
I think we need to give a big clap. I think
That's lovely. That's a good way to, I mean, look at the slide and look at the, on the inauguration, we can wish you all the best, and we can
Congratulations, everybody.
congratulate you, all of you, for being part of this prestigious organization. And I personally feel that the kind of people we have, I can see the kind of effort they have put into this academy. It will take this academy to a different level and surpass all the existing associations, all the existing bodies, and give more benefit to students, more benefit to the profession. Do you have any other slide to?
Yes, sir. Maybe I'll just continue
Yes.
with the mission and what we
Yes,
are
I
actually
think,
going to do. I
Siddharth,
think that
there are much more explanations, and we invite you to please brief everybody about all this academy.
having time in consideration, because we are running out of time, I'll just make it short and sweet. So here, the major mission, the major objective we are aiming to do is to have a continuous education that supports and knowledge. So to support and provide knowledge to advance optometry practice. Okay, so, and which is ultimately actually going to lead in the improvement in the patient care. So Indian Academy of Optometry will be committed in promoting the art and science of vision care through lifelong learning. Okay, so we know that optometry field is in constant change. So to be updated with that, we will need to have a continuous education in clinical practice education, as well as we should be updated in vision research, vision science research too. So we will be having we will be trying to achieve this through following like conducting lectures, webinars, and then the symposiums, and we will also be having some fellowships for which any members can be a part, and then they can have a examination, and followed with, they will be provided with fellowship certificates. So, and then there will be a continuous research materials which will be provided, which will be useful for the practitioners as well as students. So there will be workshops and other presentations which will be poster presentations and scientific presentation which will be carried out. And then to facilitate research, there will be funds, and then space and materials will be supported. We will be trying to support in these aspects for the research. Okay, so just not that, we will also be trying to have multiple we will try to have journals or publications from our sites to promote research from Indian optometrists and Indian optometry research. So these are the things which we will be majorly concentrating on. And then I just conclude this. with the good start, and then hope we will be able to achieve this in a short span, and then we'll move on, and which will be helping us in having a better optometry practice in India. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I would just add here to say it's an endless mission. Each one's contribution is very, very important. The first contribution we need from everybody is to join as a member and at least bring 50. I know most of us are faculties here. At least 50 fan following you would have. Please try to get 50 members each, minimum criteria as a contribution, which I would say to come in. And there are certain ones who can make it much more than 50 also. Thank you so much.
Monica, there's one point I'd like to add. Besides the educators, I would like the Academy to invite some of the prominent people who have excelled in one of the specialty of optometry. Bring them into this pool of educators,
right.
Make them part of this, and make them one of the the pioneer leader who will be driving, who will be educating, who will be teaching students on step-by-step processes. Because I understand they could be an educators, or they could be practitioners from prosthetics, they could be an educator from specialty contact lenses, they could be a practitioner from sports vision, from telemedicine. So you bring in those resources, and once you make a good resource of educators, people will themselves join. Ask them that you need this particular field of optometry to practice. We are here to support you, not only in education, but also in practice.
Fully agree. And I think even industry can become a part of it. So it's just a beginning today. And I think Siddharth and the team has just coordinated is beautiful thing, because every time whenever we meet any student who's third year, fourth year, they're nervous and anxious. They want to know, what do I do in my career after my graduation? So one such mission which has been started, an objective is obtained by guiding these students. And I think the team has already prepared the show, and we'll be running these, the recordings can be shared and a lot more can be done ahead. So I think we hand it over back again to the team, and Siddharth, you can take over. And there are many speakers here. We again need to bring back the information to everybody who's joined today, as how we all can join as a member, what is the kind of contribution, and I am sure everybody will certainly do for the sake of their own profession. Thank you. Over to you, Siddharth, for further taking over the proceedings further.
So finally, we are here for the workshop today. So we have been trying to do this for last 4 months, and then we are here just to make sure that students get some clear idea of what they are going to do for their career. So this session is going to be like more of question and answer session. So speakers will be ready to answer your questions, and then if you have any questions, we will be happy to get it much prior, so that we'll make sure that your questions are answered. So may try to register it and then be a part of the meeting, though it is going to be freely available even after the event. So it would be much better if you come up with some questions to the speakers and then clear it up lively. So I think with this, I'll just hand it over to Ms. Shubhashini to introduce the speakers, and then we can have the session started.
Thank you, Siddharth. Thank you, everyone. A very good afternoon to the participants. I am Subhashini, and I'll be host for next 30 minutes. So as Monica ma'am and Siddharth has mentioned already, we have tried to gather a good number of eminent speakers across the country to guide you in your career endeavors. So among them, we have a few speakers today with us who would brief us on how the session with them is going to be. So firstly, I would like to invite Mr. Sudarshan, who brings with him an impeccable experience in corporate. So he has previously worked as a product trainer and internal team trainer at Carl Zeiss, Tamil Nadu. He acted as a sales specialist and area manager. He's currently working as a cluster optometrist and manager in Lenskart. Mr. Sudarshan, over to you, please.
Thank you very much for the introduction. So, first of all, I would like to congratulate the entire team, the committee or the organization for this great initiative, because I've been, going across colleges, seeing students where, it is whatever, ma'am said or sir said, it is true. Like the opportunities that is given to the students is entirely different from each and every college. It depends upon the faculties that they have. I completely agree, and not every college or university is having need. I mean, the right faculties, I would say. So I think this organization would bring a definite change in terms of academy in India. So for that, my hearty congratulations to the entire team. So coming to the topic, so first for the students, I would like to say something like, as an optometrist, when I completed my optometry program, at my internship, I was very much confused what to choose. I hope everybody might have been in that particular situation, because optometry as a career, as a course, has given us enormous parts. You can be a faculty, can be a professor, you can be a clinical optician, you can be a retail optometrist, you can do your own practice, right? And research, you can do PhDs, postdocs. So there are so many opportunities which is available after your career. But then, what is the best choice for you? What should I choose? That is very important. At my final year, that was a big question mark. What should I do next? Because if you ask me in terms of clinics, I know that I'm not that great in terms of clinics. So, and secondly, the research. So, I mean, I don't know whether I should share this or not, but I hate research. No offense, but then it involves a lot of time, work. People are studying so much, spending time. So that is not my cup of tea. So the research, I had, avoided that. Then okay, you can be an optometrist in a retail setup. There come a problem, because I cannot sit in a place for 8 hours, 9 hours, right? So again, it's a problem. Then I was thinking, why the hell did you choose optometry? So, that point of time, I would say my seniors had helped me a lot. And then that point of time, I realized that there is something called corporate optometry, like, where people will go into this manufacturing units and, getting things solved, or, there is a different side altogether than what we actually know in terms of optometry. It is not only, solving. See, the main thing as an optometrist, till my college, till my schoolings, it is like, so okay, your job is to understand what is the patient's problem and give a solution, right? Okay, you write a prescription, that's it, you're given, you're solved. But then I realized it is not that much. Who will give the glasses? And in today's retail practice, not everybody is an skilled optometrist owning a practice. I've seen there are many people outside who's having an opticals who doesn't have an optometrist, not even skilled, not even an optometrist. So that triggered me a lot. So I wanted to do something in that. So I got an opportunity as a product trainer. I started my journey in Nikon lenses. So what is this corporate optometry is all about? So basically, it is about training people it is not just a products, it is about, connecting the right product to the right set of people. In terms of corporate optometry, there are so many classifications again, like, but then it is all about connecting the right solution to the right customer or a consumer. They might have some vision problem, but then there are so many people who are unskilled, or not an optometrist, a salesperson who doesn't know what is a lens all about, what is a frame, what is a contact lens. For them, it just cash and then a product. You give cash, I'll give a product. That's it. But then, and people who promote this product to the particular people who are sitting in the counter is again a salesperson, or a person who's from a different background, might be a science student, might be an art student, might be an engineering student nowadays, and they don't have much idea about this particular products. So I feel, optometrists should involve in this aspects also. We have n number of products available in market, n number of companies available in market. There are different types of coatings available. We all know ERC coating. We know what is the benefit of ERC coating. But then at the end, when it goes to consumer, it is not the same. They buy ERC coating for a different purpose, and they buy progressive lenses for a different purpose. So, in corporate optometry, what we actually do is we would educate people as what is the right solution. If your customer is coming to you, if a patient is coming to you with the right set of prescription, so what is the right set of products that you can give to the customer? So it is after what you prescribe, right? Your prescription is over inside the clinic, right? And then after prescription, recommending products is also very important, right? We all know, right? Doctors. So doctors write prescription. Doctor diagnoses and writes prescription. If they say, okay, diagnosis over, you go get a prescription from a nurse. They will give medicines. It will be okay, right? So that is what we do in corporate optometry. So there are so many career opportunities available in corporate optometry. Like we have so many lens companies where you young students can join us, optometric trainers, product trainers, right? Where you talk about products, you just not talk about products, you connect products, right set of products, and to the right set of consumers. We have spectacle companies where we have n number of products. So in optometry, we learned single vision lenses, we learned bifocal lenses and progressive lenses. But then nowadays, we have so many lenses available in market. We have lenses that can control myopia. We have lenses that are specially designed for contact lenses. We have lenses that are specially designed for driving purpose. We have lenses that are specially designed for computer works. So apart from books, there are so many things which is available in market. So when you join as an optometrist in corporate, so you'd be in a position to understand what is available in market and connect that to the right set of people. So it is not only about spectacles. Even in contact lenses, there are many companies where we have n number of products, right? And in contact lenses, it is even more difficult. Like there are so many technologies, so many molecules, polymers, but then at the end, okay, you have this much power, this is this price, that is that price, you take whichever you want. So it is not a price based solution, and it is absolutely what is the requirement or what is the need for that particular patient. So when you join as an optometrist in corporate, so you will be able to connect, you'll be able to educate. It is mostly like kind of education part, but not in terms of schooling, not in terms of your this thing, but it is educating people. It is not educating just an optometrist, it is educating the people who are standing in the counter, where they doesn't know, or they know very little about what is IE, what is product, what is all those things. So you have to put on so much effort to make them understand what is happening there, what is this, what is that. But then at the end, you'll be satisfied, right? Giving a right set of solution to those people. So what is okay, fine. what I'm gonna do with that? It is what is the benefit of me, after this, right? Okay, join us in trainer or whatever you say. I am connecting the right product to the consumer or something, but then what is the benefit of me, right? So when I say corporate, it is about growth, right? So in terms of corporate, you can grow to an higher level position. You can become a CEO as well. You can become an managing director. You can become a general manager. You can become an area manager, a national manager. So it is our efforts. It is our works that is going to take us to a different level. So it is not going to be a just okay. It is about just talking to people. You will learn so many things in terms of analytics. You will learn so many things, in terms of products. You know how to pitch a product. You will get to know what is the right, way of pitching products, or what is the right product to pitch, and strategies in terms of business. You will learn a lot of terminologies in terms of business. So the one thing that attracted me is I'm a person who is business driven from the beginning. So that is making me stick to this particular field of optometry. So if so when there are so many opportunities, as I said, right? But then when to choose corporate optometry, right? So that is a biggest question. So if you're a person, like, again, it depends upon your personal intuition. So if you're interested in terms of dispensing, if you're interested in terms of contact lenses, and there are so many other fields also. Like, there are people who are working in terms of IOLs, where they train young ophthalmologists how to operate cataracts, how to operate the IOL machines. And there are optometrists who connect to ophthalmologists in terms of machine. They understand the engineering of the machine, and they connect that to optometry, and then they connect it with ophthalmologist. And there are multiple scopes in that field as well. So it is about your uh, interest in what field you want to go. And then if you're a person who was interested much in terms of business, I would recommend that you can choose a path in terms of corporate optometry. And nowadays, it is not about, so when I say corporate optometry, when I started my career, corporate optometry is just these companies where they manufacture, they sell. But then nowadays, your retail optometry has become a corporate optometry, right? You see n number of retail companies are coming in, opening shops. So this, again, a very good chance or a very good scope that corporate optometry is going in India, and it will continue to grow in India, because as long as there are much products coming in, as long as vision problem is getting high, there will be a number of products coming in to solve the problems, and there will be a scope of growing up. So that's it from my side, why you have to choose corporate optometry. And if you have any questions, I would like to answer.
Thank you very much, Sudarshan. Are we taking any questions today, Siddharth?
Maybe we can just have the questions, and then we can have the answered in the upcoming event, because this is just an introduction session, and then we have a brief session for each topic. We have a dedicated day for that. So I think we can answer them after that. So now we let them have an introduction on what they are going to speak. I think that would be fine.
And I think this is the core team. If we can have suggestions and comments about the sessions also in the chat box to come in, or anybody to add comments. I think Subhashini will run through the speakers today, and then we'll simultaneously announce.
Sure. Okay, so participants, if you have any questions, you can just put them in the chat box. We'll make a note of them, and when we have Sudarshan session, we can take up those questions. Thank you very much, Sudarshan. And when you said you hate research, you're not alone. I hate research too. But next speaker is someone who is really interested in research. So next we have Mr. Mohan Raj, who is currently working as a research optometrist at Ediprasad Eye Institute, Hyderabad. So he has a 5 years of experience in hospitals, clinics, opticals, and various other institutions. He has also started a social media platform called World of Young Optometry, where there are members from more than 110 institutions across India. So we have now someone who's interested in research. Mohan, over to you. Mohan, you there? You are not audible. No.
So hello.
Yeah, you're audible now. Go on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Bosni, for the great introduction. So as Mr. Sudasan said, so I also had some trouble. So after completing my bachelor's, so most of you will have that problem. So you see, we are having a different curriculum. So in that curriculum, we know what are the major different sectors and what are the different pathways in optometry, so we can select over that. So like most of us, we know like binocular vision, contact lens, and dispensing, low vision. So these major things we already know. But if you see, there are different other careers path that we can take than these major four divisions. So there are more than 20 to 30, and still there are many other also coming. So after this COVID, we are also having a teleophthalmology. So like that, there are different things, and also there are other indisciplinary practices where the practitioner they can work along with other professions to make better things. So and I also worked in different places, like I worked in hospital, opticals, and also I worked as a faculty, and now I'm as a research optometrist. So I almost got an idea. So in which place where I can channel my passion and where I can carry out my growth. So by the time the new students, when they like learn based on this, so we might lose some things and it also takes some time. So here, what we are going to do in this academy is, so we are having different speakers. So we'll share their experience. So what they have gained throughout these years. So based on this experience, I think the students, they can learn and they can come to know what are the different sectors and also the other opportunities. So like again, Sudarshan said there are different sectors. Like we are having a private owned independent clinic, or we can go for a corporate sector or hospital or government sectors, and also into the academics or research. So we are having different speakers who will explain about each of these sectors and what are the career opportunities in the upcoming sessions. So in my talk, what I mostly will explain is, so what are the different opportunities that are available under hospital sector, hospital clinic sectors. So you can expect, like in hospital, we all know, so there will be some multi-specialty hospitals or just eye care hospital or an hospital associated with institutes, or it can be a government hospital. So in if you take a government hospital itself, there are different number of divisions in that. Like it can be an ESA hospital or just a primary, secondary, or tertiary centers, or it can be a military or air force kind of hospitals. So I have talked and discussed with many people who are in that particular different sectors. So I will be discussing about what are the different roles that an optometrist can play in that hospital sectors. So other than the contact lens, binocular vision, and low vision rehabilitation, other than this, so what we'll be playing? So that we'll be having like a panel discussion. So and if you are having any kind of doubts and what will be the roles. So you can share it in this platform. So we will prepare accordingly and we will discuss about that. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mohan. Next, we have Mr. Dhruva Jyoti. Again, before I call the next speaker, I request the participants, if you have any questions, please put it in the chat box. Now we have Mr. Dhruva Jyoti, who is a graduate from Vidyasagar College of Optometry and Vision Science. He has different certificates. He has many certificates in various courses, half of which I don't know full forms for. And a few like DRGC Australia and MMP, etc. So currently he is working as a clinical optometrist in BR Singh Hospital, Indian Railways. Dhruva Jyoti, welcome, and please take over and explain what all courses you have done. And yeah, over to you.
Thank you. Am I audible? Clear? Okay. So basic bachelor in optometry and masters in optometry I have done in Vidyasagar College of Optometry and Vision Science, Kolkata. And after that, I have just done DRGC is on diabetic retinopathy grading course, MMP, myopia management in practice, LVC, low vision rehabilitation basic course. And these online courses are always available free of cost, even in different websites. And I am always I always want to learn, and every day today also I am learning something in another online websites. So just I use these things that I have done. I'll be covering clinical optometry practice in hospital based, and I practice in BR Singh Hospital, is Indian Railway. And how to get into the government hospital, very less opportunity and vacancy in government sectors. And everyone ask me how you get in, how you get the vacancy information and all. So I will be sharing those things with how I get those things, and how the process go through and all thing. And in hospital based practice, even in the government sector, whatever, what extra you can do, what extra interest you should have, I have. So what you should have to do some extra in your practice, and in how the parameter of the practice, how it is less and how it is broad, and how you can make something extra, and you can tell the ophthalmologists. And optometry in to me is a very broad thing, very large, because it deals with light and its focus. So what I do in my practice, I'll be sharing and covering all the things, and little bit stories in my internship days. That was also a hospital based practice, a bit kind of fun. So I'll be sharing all those things, and we'll take questions from participants on that very day.
Okay. Thank you very much. As you correctly said, the opportunities in government sector are very less, and even if there are, we are not aware. I remember seeing one, I think, post of 2 vacancies in South Central Railways last in 2017, and I haven't seen after that. So we are looking forward, like how you got through Indian Railways, and what are the opportunities available. Thank you very much. The final speaker for today, we have Ms. Roshni Sengupta, again a graduate from Vidyasagar College of Optometry. She is a PhD scholar and also an assistant professor at Sushant University, Gurgaon. So she also previously worked as clinical optometrist in Fortis Hospital, and she worked in collaboration with Oxide Limited for low vision in UK. Sorry, Oxide of UK. So Roshni, over to you.
Am I audible?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my experience of my career with the current generation or the current students. Basically, when I graduated and after my internship, I didn't have so much confusion because I was very much clear, like I want to pursue my career in the field of research. So after doing my master's, I felt that I have a affinity towards teaching and mentoring. So I chose academics as my career. And after that, once I got into academics, I got to learn and enhance my teaching skills as well as I learned a lot of things, how research is important as a part of academics. So to fuel my passion and also to extend my knowledge, so I guess any students who are aspiring to as well to pursue their career in the field of research, I think being an academician is the right place. And I would share small details regarding the various hierarchies that are present in the field of academics or in the universities, and how you can raise or upscale your academic ranks, and what you need to do to upscale your academic ranks in the field in the universities, as well as what are the eligibilities and what are the scopes in the academic sector in the universities. So regarding all those, I'll be clearing your doubts and give you information on 12th June. So all the best to everyone.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Roshni. Looking forward to your session. We also have Mr. Srijit here. Srijit, hi. I'm sorry, I wasn't sure if you would be available, but if you are okay and you could talk for a couple of minutes and brief what you would be covering in your session, if that's okay, or if you want to save it for later, we can do that.
Hello. Hello. I mean, is it? Do you want to speak something about it?
Hi, sir.
Yes.
Okay. You know the.
Sir.
So I'm sorry, I didn't hear that that you invited me. Understanding what are the emerging specialties in optometry. There's few specialties. When I come out, I travel a lot, and I see how and what optometrists in other countries are engaged in. These are some emerging specialties which we have not even heard, and which we don't know that optometrists are involved to a great extent. And I would like some of those schools, some of those educators, and some of those who have specialized in this to come forward and embrace this new specialties. And first of them, and most important of them, is optometry and artificial intelligence. The most of the diagnosis in future are going to be through artificial intelligence. How diabetic retinopathy is being diagnosed today is not by a retina specialist, but by software developed by a company. How OCT is being diagnosed is just not by a retina specialist again, but just by somebody who has developed this software using artificial intelligence and interpreting when a patient should be going for his injections, whether he should be going or not. So the need for optometrists and ophthalmologists to get into area of artificial intelligence is increasing to a larger and larger extent, so that most of the diseases which could be diagnosed by professionals could be diagnosed using artificial intelligence. And I would like that some of the universities and some emerging universities must start teaching how optometrists can be involved, learning artificial intelligence and making its use in interpreting, in diagnosing, and managing different conditions of ocular structure. The second profession which I see, which is emerging in Western world, where optometrists are greatly involved, are working a lot, is 3D printing. The prosthetics, which many of you know, are being the way they are being made has changed in the Western world. When I recently read from Moorfield Eye Hospital, they created an artificial eye, or artificial shell, or prosthetics, not by printing it, but just by 3D printing, which is emerging. All the spectacle frames which you are being made using 40 to 80 steps have minimized to just 3D printing today. So 3D printing is changing eye care, changing healthcare. All the implants in the body now are 3D printed because they are customized to a person. So I would like that many of you who wants to specialize in different field must understand what 3D printing is. All your spectacle frames, contact lenses, sunglasses, prescription of glasses. You don't send the prescription to the lab today, but you send a prescription to a 3D printer and you can print your spectacle lenses. You can print your contact lenses in reality today. So all the technology is changing so fast, and we are still looking at the conventional base. So I would like that some of the leading universities who really want to change, because this may not be part of your curriculum, but this is your future. Artificial intelligence, 3D printing, and third is, somebody talked about medical optometry. Yes, medical optometry is going to be one of the main leading area where optometrists will be involved in future, because spectacle, contact lenses, low vision, everyone is doing. So medical optometry is an emerging area. And the fourth, I'm in a part of US, and I saw here some of the clinics having aesthetics optometry. You know what aesthetic optometry is? Whereby you enhance your look, your appearance, because I'm here I just saw 2 clinics here working on people, working on patients who have sometimes when you grow old, you have those wrinkles under your eye. Sometimes you have your swelling under your eye. Sometimes you want to look more beautiful, and you want to make certain changes in your eye structure. And aesthetic optometry is the most latest and advanced professions out of optometry. So these are 3-4 areas which nobody talks about, nobody even heard about in India, but this is what many optometrists and more affluent optometrists are practicing in this part of the world. So thank you very much. I will leave because I have the full day today. And thank you, Monica. Thank you, Siddharth. And thank you for your all the panelists and you conducting this session in a nice way. So I wish you all the best, and profession will keep on changing and the speakers will keep on changing. And I believe that the organization should be made in such a way that these changes are accepted and adopted in a right manner. Thank you so much. Bye for the day.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
So just a minute. Can I use this platform and request you to please give us an appointment for one session whenever you are available?
What exactly? Okay.
So you mentioned about new fields in optometry. So it would be great if you could talk about. I'm sorry, I'm using the privilege of being host. So.
So thank you. So let me know the time, so I'll be available, and I'll see that you just whatever time tell Monica to she can communicate to me, and I'll definitely speak on that subject. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you so much. Now, may I request Mr. Srijit Sarkar, please, a couple of minutes. Thank you. Only please unmute Srijit. Yeah.
Hi, is my voice audible?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. A very good afternoon, everyone who's present here, and all those people who are still watching us live. A very good afternoon. Happy May Day to everyone. My name is Srijit. I'll be taking over the session on 29th, and it will be based on in the corporate sector, based on the leadership and the management roles which Optum can have in this particular sector. I've been through this corporate sector for the past 4.5 years right now. After my internship, I started with the Vision RX. I currently working with LensCard as a regional training manager for the Eastern region. And I'm really happy and superbly happy to contribute in the best way possible from my side. So end of the day, leadership, management, what it's all about. We all know in our school life, in our college life, even in the household, when we are playing, we are doing all those small things in the daily life routine. We are good at something, right? Maybe we are good at playing, throwing balls. We are good at hitting targets. We are good at something, drawing, painting, whatever, etc. We all are in specialists in some other way. Everyone is unique. And sometimes when we, get ourselves, selected to a particular course, for say here it's optometry, we get lost. We surely get lost. And it's not just the first couple of years, it's even after graduating. We get lost and we are actually looking here and there. We're looking for suggestions. We're looking for discussions. We're seeing through blogs, YouTube videos. What's actually what we need to do? And somehow we get, we follow the same thing which others are following, and we try to do in the same way what they are doing, and we try to replicate that process. It's good, of course. I'm not saying it's bad. It's not beneficial. Of course, it's beneficial. They are doing something good is happening out of that. But somewhere down the line, after say 3, 4 years, 5, 6 years, we start to think, are we actually in the right track? What actually is doing? No, what actually went wrong here? And that the thing is management. Maybe it's just the people who are working under you. Maybe it's just the people who are, who are assisting you, who are supporting you in your career, in your daily life, in your office culture. Management is something which has actually proven to be the thing which decides if they are going to win the World Cup or they are going to just lose in the finals. That is one thing which, changes the whole track of the game. And this is what I would be talking about, how you can cultivate those leadership qualities, those small nuances which you can harbor in yourself and bring it to the best. And not just because end of the day, it's not just about how much you are growing, how much you're accomplishing. It's also about how much the people related to you directly or indirectly accomplishing with you or growing with you. And that's what the key thing is, teamwork. So that's what I was going to be talking about. Thank you, Subhashini, for letting me be a part of this wonderful journey, and I'll make sure that it's a productive session throughout. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I didn't expect that you would be available today, and thank you for agreeing for this impromptu talk. Thank you so much, Rajat. So we are almost done with all the speakers, but we have a little time left, and we have our dear Professor Monica here. Ma'am, if you are okay.
Lot more to do, but I think let's open up the forum to everybody else who has joined, and how we can make it, or we can do some discussion on taking it forward. We'd love to have people other than us, and that was one of the basic reason we decided that, you see, we are certainly in a position to mentor you because we've gone through the experience over years, but we would love to see the leadership coming in from the younger lot. It's so nice to see Subhashini again, despite her other preparations still coming up. So I think let's have others also speak up something, what they look forward, what do they aim, any suggestions. I think that should be the best thing to hear from others.
Yes, I've permitted everyone to unmute themselves. So whomsoever wish to talk, please one by one, you can unmute yourself and then share your views. And as mentioned, apart from senior people to guide us, it will be more of younger generation who will take most active participation into this organization. So yeah, over to the forum. If you have any query, suggestion, please be open or click the unmute button and then share your views. Looks like so far so good. Great then. So as there are no comments, no views, additional views, maybe we can conclude today's session. And as we move forward, I think the schedule is already out in the group. So I would request Subhashini to share amongst
I'll share, sir.
Yes. So what will happen that you can circulate them more and more to your colleagues and fellow optometry students. And we'll have specialty sessions on each Sunday. And as you see over here, it spreads on each Sunday, 8th May, 15th May, 22nd, 29th, 5th June, 12th June, and 19th. So we'll try to cover each and every aspect of optometry practice. And the number of days itself says that it's a big horizon to cover. The optometry field is not limited to a mere refraction, so it's beyond like those. And all this aspect we'll try to have corporate involvement just to support us in growing the organization, and maybe time to come, then we will have more of session on innovation from young optometrists, supported by some corporates, so that we can take their innovation to the next level in the betterment of optometry. Monica, ma'am, you wish to say some concluding note? Are we?
Yeah, I think it's the beginning which one has to do again and again. This is a platform which is going to take, another thing I would like to add here is, it's just not the central level, but at the level of states, we have to work a lot. There has to be a kind of platform where we have to be introduced. We do not know there are many educators and students. So the basic message I would like to end up here is, bring as many as you can into this platform so that each one can have an opportunity. Every recording of the session that we have, I would also, through our networks, forward it and put it on the social media. And please keep suggesting names who can be brought forward and can contribute to this. So there will be free sessions, and if any one of you is, I know day in, day out, there are educators who are teaching sessions. It's immense number of lectures you have taken. Every small bit of contribution will be making a difference. So please let us know, and we can have publicly announced to the team or how they can approach us. We need to connect and tell which is the point of contact. I'll be very happy to coordinate this also for you all. I also have my own platform of teaching. I love to circulate to all the members of that platform any part of education that you would like to share. So thank you once again. It's a beginning, I would say, and we look forward to spending our weekends. Siddharth, I think the next thing is, how does everybody join in to, or can be brought in together, is the way that you have to propose now to everybody.
Sure, I think time to come, ma'am, we'll keep posted about that part of it after formal registration of the organization.
Right.
And even before that, we'll have definite timelines to share amongst the participants and the members, the probable members of the organization.
Right.
So with this, let me thank you once again on a Sunday afternoon, and be part of this inaugural journey of Indian Academy of Optometry and Vision Science. We look forward your active participation, involvement, and taking this organization forward. It all yours, belongs to you. Thank you. Good day.
Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone.